Welcome back to the Director's Garage. I'm your host and resident idiot, Michael, and today, guys, we're getting back in the saddle. I think more Aerosmith maybe than Roy Rogers, but I have a new package right here from our friends at Audio 46, and we're going to dig into this in a second, see what it is, and give it a listen. But first, hey, let's do some headlines.
Headlines, get your headlines.
Sometimes I wonder who's crazier, me for doing this stuff or you guys for watching me do this stuff. Anyway, I want to get a little serious for a second because we did lose two terrific musicians last week. Alan White, the drummer for Yes, passed away. He was not a founding member. When he joined the band in 1972, the band was well established with prog rock classics like Roundabout and Yours Is No Disgrace and Starship Trooper. Already those songs were under their belt, but he was a big part of Yes's 1980s resurgence with the album 90125. He also played drums on John Lennon's classics, Instant Karma and Imagine. And he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. Alan was 72. And we also lost Depeche Mode keyboardist and founding member Andy Fletcher, known to his fans and friends as Fletch. He was beloved by the music community, and their hits Personal Jesus and Never Let Me Down Again from the alt-rock new wave classics Violator and Music for the Masses, iconic core albums. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2020, and Fletch was just 60 years old. And those are your headlines for today. All right, let's dig into this box right here. Well, it's actually a package, which screams to me IEM, but let's keep an open mind. It's a package sent to us from our fine friends at Audio 46. Folks, Audio 46 is your personal audio superstore. They have everything you need to get your summer rolling, from the latest digital audio players from Estelle and Kern and FiiO to awesome savings on Sennheiser's top-of-the-line rigs. It's the place to go if you're looking for the latest and greatest gear. And at checkout, if you use the coupon code Director's Garage, all one word, you can knock an extra 5% off most of the items they stock. And when these prices get up there, 5% is a lot of money. So it's a way of sending a little love back to the Director's Garage while you get a product in your hands at a lesser price. It's a total win-win. They ship fast and free, and these guys are the very best in the business. Now, today's What's in the Box is a blind one, meaning I got no idea what's in this thing. I mean, it could be a $100 product, it could be a $1,000 product, it could be a $10,000 product, though I doubt it because it's kind of small. But this is my very favorite type of episode to do because anything can happen. It's some live action for you, and we're going to get it started right now. Their walls are built of cannonballs, and their motto is, "Don't tread on me." You got that one? It's one of my favorite songs, Uncle John's Band by the Grateful Dead, off their 1970s Working Man's Dead album. It's a killer recording, and it's an album everyone should own. Now, there's not too much to this package. What do you guys think it is? What do you think they sent us? I don't know. I love this anticipation. We're about to dive into something brand new, and we're going to check it out together. That's what I absolutely love about these episodes, you know? They're like a blank canvas, you know? And we're going to fill it up based on what happens in these next few seconds. All right, I think we're getting there. Yep. And so, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's stuck.
Killing me!
Figures. All right, let's make a little wider gap here. All right, let's try it again. Now, are you ready? Do it again. Okay, well, we got ourselves a Muse Hi-Fi, something from Muse Hi-Fi. But there's a second package in here, guys. Check this out. I got another. So they sent us two. It's a daily double from Audio 46. They've been known to throw us a curve from time to time. Well, let's dig into this Muse Hi-Fi thing and see what the heck it is. It looks kind of interesting to me. And I don't know what it is. So let's see. This has got some kind of slipper case here. Okay. And it seems like it's wide open here. Okay, so it's a little magnetic flap on it, and let's take a look. And I've got a paper thingy. Well, let's dig deeper. And I think I see like a little outline of something underneath, so let's take a look. Ooh. Wow, this is like a... Check that out. It's kind of like a tiger stripe, but it's glittery. It's like all that glitters is gold, guys. This is pretty special. I like this. They're kind of big, I think. They kind of come off like they're a little big, but looking really good. Let's dig deeper in the box first. So down here we've got, so this is a little rubbery in its presentation. It's not like leather at all. This is very much rubbery, and it's got a kind of a matching cable. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Little ear cleaner on the inside. But yeah, I'm down with this. This looks pretty cool. And then let's see if there's some tips somewhere down here. Yeah, they're down here. So down on the bottom here, we've got a whole bunch of tips. I'm, of course, going to use my own tips because I got to send these back, and I don't want to put ear goo on them. I also want to see if there's a model number on this somewhere. It's Muse Power. Is that the name of the model? Looks like it's the name of the model. It must be the Power. I don't know if I'm getting like electric vibes off of this. I'm getting more like splashy gold kind of thing, or tiger stripes. But hey, let's plug them in and take a listen. What do you say? So I've got the KNN8 out, which, by the way, this is still for sale, and I've got it listed at about $1,800, $1,750, something like that. So it's still listed like it's one of the cheapest you're going to find anywhere. So if you're interested, go down to the Director's Garage sale down below, and you can email me at directorsgarage@gmail.com if you're interested in this player. I really like it. I just want to upgrade it. So we're going to start with some Grateful Dead Uncle John's Band, which we just quoted because, you know, synergy. Ooh. Oh, there's some nice bass going on. Oh, this is wonderful. A lot of clarity. And a decent soundstage, it sounds like. And maybe I expect that these are really big modules, but really impressive. So this is a headphone I know nothing about. But this has got really great low, deep bass, very spacious sound. I'm going to go to something else. Maybe I'm just hooking up the perfect song. I don't know. But really impressive start here. Because these do have my attention off the top, I want to go to some tracks that I'm very familiar with and will tell me a lot about this headphone in a hurry. And real quick, we're going to do a bass test. I'm going to go to Los Lobos Kiko because it is one of my standard bass test tracks. Ooh, yeah. Oh, there's so much slam here. This track is pushing a little bit on the bright side, though. And it's very up high in the range, frequency range. But man, great detail, great bass, and I like the mids. The mids are nice and clear. Very fast headphone. Great image, stereo separation, keeping everything locked and separated. Very good job. Wow, this is knocking me out. Great job. Muse Hi-Fi. I think I've seen an ad or two. I just don't know anything about their company. If I were going to price these out, we're easily into the $1,000 range. There's no way this thing's under $1,000. Let's head over to something else now. I'm going to go to some Rush, and let's go to Permanent Waves. Much more pop of their albums. It's a rocker. Spirit of the Radio. It is a little bright. These have Odin-like brightness. There's a lot going on up top. It's probably a little too much for me. In other words, they're fine at lower volumes, but when you start pushing the volume, they do crunch a bit. It's a little grating. Yeah, Getty's piercing. Okay, so this is the first chink in the armor. That lower treble area, that upper mid area there, these are pushing into the bright range. And it's just a little too edgy up there. It's uncomfortable. They needed to shade that down a little bit. It's a very common mistake. Boy, so much about this headphone to like, though. Wow, I had a great start and then a pretty good second track, and they've just, when I got to Rush, it was like just everything stopped. They went way too bright. So here we are at headphone number 2. Are you ready for this one? Oh, we got ourselves the Momentum True Wireless 3. Yes, the Momentum True Wireless 3. Now, this is a good deal because I've been listening to a lot of wireless and Bluetooth headphones lately, and these are, by many people's accounts, the ones to have. And with having the Focus Pro here, we've got ourselves a direct shootout situation. Now, these I happen to know they're about $350 as I recall. And this is it's a brand new set. So let's dig in and see what it is that's in the third version. And as you guys know, I had version 1 of these, so I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. And I can tell you right now, you don't have to have both headphones in for this to work. They send signal independently to each headphone, so you can have one in and then put the other one in. You know, you don't have to have them both in at the same time. They have full calling features. I know that because the old Momentums did, and I'm sure they've just enhanced the hell out of it since I had my last Momentum. It's going to be interesting to compare these to the less featured but very robust sounding Focus Pro. We'll definitely be doing that comparison in an upcoming episode. So let's take a look at them, and you get a nice, beautiful little case. And this is not unlike anything Sennheiser has ever done. It's actually quite similar, and that's a good thing. This is a nice package. It's very tiny. You can see it fits in your pocket. It goes with you everywhere, and as you know, I've been using that Focus Pro a lot. So this is really a nice design by Sennheiser, and there they are. And oh, they're stealthy. These things are stealthy. Check these out. They're really something. Let's put it on the overhead. Look at that. Look what these things are. Look how stealthy they are. They're beautiful. Beautiful onyx black kind of, ebony, really looking nice. And of course the case will charge them. That's what all of these do. Once again, I'm going to change out the ear tip on these, and we're going to go with one of mine because I have to send these back. And one thing about Sennheiser that's always great is their ergonomics, man. They really know how to build stuff. They are very, they're like, I praise Meze a lot, but Sennheiser really does a lot of engineering and to get their stuff just right. They always do feel good, and this is no exception. So, but normally when you pick them up and you put them in, oh, there you go. I just got a pairing mode notification. So let's go to the KN here. Down at the bottom, Sennheiser Momentum 3 True Wireless. We're going to connect them. And boy, it came right up, and they're connected now. That's a sign of a really good design. Let's check out some Dire Straits. Let's go to that Communique album. It sounds so good. They're definitely bass heavy. It's an L shape. They're pushing the bass on these, and that's not a bad thing per se. I like a lot of bass in my IEMs, but it doesn't sound as natural as the Muse that we were just listening to, and the treble is muted. They're retaining detail and sparkle up top, but it's definitely weighted down at the same time. It's definitely like you're tilted. I will say this, there's also an app that you can tune these headphones more to your liking, and that may be something we play with. I really do want to put these up against the Focus Pro from Noble Audio. I think these are two neck and neck products. Now for features, I think this thing's going to trounce the Noble, but I do think that the Noble sounds a little better. This is not a natural sound. It's very much, the bass is a bit elevated, a lot of sparkle on the treble, that's good, but the shape of the mids is really recessed, and they feel like really weighted towards the bass. All right, I'm gonna stop here because this is really good. I've got very little to complain about with these. I'm not sure that the tuning is where I want them to be, and I'm gonna have to dig into the app in order to make these work for me. So while we're here now, let's get serious about some important issues like pricing, because pricing is everything with this game. I'm gonna go to Audio 46, and we're gonna shop by brand. We'll call it the Muse Audio, Muse Hi-Fi. And here they are. Holy shit!
You don't see that every day.
$200. Can that be real? You know, they are bright, but there's a richness to that headphone that makes them sound multiples. Like I was saying, let's put them up against the Kinera Nana. That's something. Well, that's quite an achievement. I do think that they push bright, and they're not for me, but the quality of the sound is amazing. Like the quality on these is great. And if you want a great bass experience and a punchy, treble, that's going to be this headphone, and this would be one that I would recommend. If you're more sensitive to the treble in the upper regions, I would say, well, maybe not look at these. Maybe take a look at some of the Audio offerings. And of course, at that price, the other thing you're facing up against is the outstanding 7Hz Timeless, which is just world class at that level. Wow, I thought from the quality of this, what is in this thing? That's the other thing, is what is in this thing. It's a planar magnetic driver. So it's another planar magnetic. I think the Timeless is tuned a little better because they don't let that treble end get away from us as much. So maybe that's the shootout we really need to be seeking with this one, is we do the Timeless against the Muse Power. Again, very impressive sound. I really thought these were going to push $1,000. They sounded closer to the C Audio than they did a $200 headphone. So that part of it they got right. I just think the tuning is on the bright side. They really do stay in that bright range. And the Sennheiser will have to dig in deeper. I need to get a handle on the tuning, because the tuning on the Momentum 3 out of the box is very bassy, and it's very pushed into the bass, and it's not a very natural sounding bass. But for features, the Momentum 3 is fantastic. Let's take a look at that real quick, by the way, while we're here, and we'll look at and they're $250, so they're $100 less. And we'll check real quick on the pricing of the Focus Pro, and they are $350. So $100 more is going to get you better sound quality but fewer features, because these are straight. They don't answer calls. They don't block any sound. It's a passive noise cancellation, meaning the body of the device pushes it, whereas these have full active noise cancellation at $250. I just don't know about that tuning, and we'll see if the app can clean it up. So two impressive IEMs from Audio 46, and I gotta thank them for sending both of these our way. I like them both for very different reasons, and they each have their own individual flaws, which I'd like to flesh out a little bit. Now next up, we've got more unboxings. It's gonna be the month of unboxings here at the Director's Garage. I've got a user mod that somebody sent us. I can't wait to open that up and see what it's about. And then I have a guilty pleasure headphone that I picked up dirt cheap. It's something that I just wanted to hear, and now I'm gonna get a chance to finally hear this headphone. And I've got a flagship class headphone that you all have been begging me to review. All of that's coming up, so subscribe to the Director's Garage so you don't miss any of the action. We live stream once a week to fill the gaps in between these episodes. Drop on by for a beer. We do a Hump Day happy hour hangout. Check the community tab for details and times. And I want to thank you for spending a few minutes of your day here at the Director's Garage. Give this episode a thumbs up if you enjoyed your first look at the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3 IEMs and the Muse Audio Power also. Daily double action for you. Or you can do the other thing if you'd rather see me locked up without parole. I can't say I blame you either way, but I will see you before you know it.